Forms and typeforms can be used on every single type of page, and it works the same way in pages, articles, reading plans and courses. Let's create a form. Head over to the Edit website, click on Forms and click Add Item. You will now see the Forms editing page. Enter a title, example, Contact. Click Fields and select Salesforce Contact. Click Save, click Edit Fields. You will now see a new page to edit information. Adjust the description of the input fields if it is necessary. Head over to the page where you want to use the form. So in this case, it will be the article we just created. Click on the blue plus sign at the bottom of the last content block. Choose a content block. Insert a Forms page. Choose Contact by the Forms section. Write a title and paragraph about the form in the text box spaces. And now, let's preview it. Here you can see the form is created. For a type form, click the plus sign button and select Type Form. Here you can see you need a form ID. With form types, you can, for example, add a survey or quiz to the website. However, you need to add a form ID, or essentially a URL for it to work. For example, on this website here, you can see a type form. Let's click on this one. You can see it has an ID. If we copy the ID and paste it into our search bar and hit enter, we are taken to an interactive page with a quiz or survey. This needs to be made by an IT team, and then all you need to do is get the URL or the ID and paste it into the space, and then your type form will load. Let's preview what this looks like. As you can see here, you have your interactive quiz. Let's scroll down to the content block, click the plus sign and select a quote. Here you can see a space for the actual quote and one for the author of the quote. Simply add in the quote and then the author. Let's preview this. And here you can see the quote. Let's scroll down to the content block and click the plus sign and select audio. Now, in order to add an audio, you first need to create a folder, as you've done with all photos, and upload your audio there. Then select the audio and it will be uploaded onto the page. This is rarely used, but it is great to know how to use it in case you choose to upload one. They work in the same way as photos. Make sure that your audio file is of good quality and the correct size. You can see here the maximum file size is 20 megabytes and the format allowed is MP3. Let's scroll down to the content block, click the plus sign and select an accordion. Click on the accordion box created and now you can see a space for a title and for a text. An accordion is useful for organizing content in a clean way. Let us look at an example. In this article we can see an accordion here. Here are titles, and if you click on it, it opens up content underneath it. This keeps the content clean and well organized. Let's head back to the base page. The title space is of course for the title, and the paragraph is the hidden content part. If you want to create many paragraphs under one title, click on the purple plus sign. You can also add a heading, paragraph, button, image, video, form, or quote by selecting the purple plus sign. To create a new accordion, select the orange plus sign. Let's preview this. Now you can see that two different accordions have been created, and if we click on the first one, we can see the text below it. And this is how you create an accordion. Let's scroll down to the content block, click the plus sign and select a donor box. A donor box would have already been made for you. Simply ask for the donor box link and paste it in the URL section. Normally, donor boxes will be made by your IT team or somebody else. Links are used to transfer you to another page, either internally or externally. Links can be added to pieces of text or buttons. Let's look at this example. In this article, these words are underlined, meaning they have a link. Let's click on the words. And you can see it takes you to a different page. If we view the edit page of this article and go to the words, let's highlight with our mouse and click on the paperclip option. We can see it has a URL added to it which opens in the same or another window. Let's head over to our article created and enter a text. This can be done either by using the AI tool, writing it yourself, or copying it from another source. Let's open a website and copy the link. Let's select the text in base and click on the paperclip and paste this in the URL. Make sure to select it to open in a new window since the URL goes to a page that is not in our internal system. Now let's preview it. Click on the text and we can see it works. Now, what about internal links? Let's look at this example. As you can see here, there are articles already put into this example. Let's see how different pages were linked to each other. If I open this article here, I see some underlined texts. Let's highlight it and see the link. Here you can see a prefix that says artikelen followed by the name of the article. Remember that this is the Dutch version. In the English, it would just say /articles with a slash following towards the end. Let's go to the preview and click it. As we can see, it leads to another article that is within the base system. Let's go to the article linked. Here, if we click on the article, we find the article name. Simply copy it, then head back to the article page with the text you want to link. And now paste it in the URL after the prefix. Click on the paperclip after highlighting the text. Type in the prefix, which will always be in between these two symbols, and then paste the URL. If you are linking a course or reading plan that is within the internal system, then it will be the same case. Simply add the prefix /courses or /reading plan and paste the title of the item you want to link. Links can be added to any piece of text except for quotes. Let's scroll down and create a content block and a zigzag underneath it. Let's click on the entire new content block itself, and on the right we can see the color option. You can change it to a light color, for example pink, gray or black. Let's click on the zigzag. You can change the color here too in the same way. You can also change the positioning of the content block to either center or left. Let's look at an example where different color blocks are used. As you can see here, the color blocks help to separate different content blocks and are useful for an aesthetic objective. Other colors can be added to forms or type forms. Let's observe this. On this type form, if I click it, you can see a set of different colors to pick from. This is similar to the content block. However, we also see a gradient option. If we select gradient, preview, then we see that it gives this beautiful orange color. So forms and content pieces or blocks can have colors added to it. And that's everything you need to know for colored blocks. Let's look at how to add related content to a page. This will depend on the type of page you have made. Let us look at some examples. Here you can see this is an article, and if we scroll to the bottom of the page, we have some related content being related articles or suggested articles. In this case, all you do is use the module option, if you remember, and select the related articles you want to include. In the next example, we see that this is also an article, but if we scroll down, we now find a course. To do this, we simply create a content block, add a heading, descriptive paragraph, course image and a button with the external link. Use the exact same method as with the course when adding a reading plan. These suggested articles can be added to any page. Additionally, you can create buttons on pages and use a link to a course or article in the header to direct viewers to a suggested content related to the page. The preview option found at the top right corner of every page is used to view work and check changes made. Let's go to this website and open the home page in preview. Here I click on any of these buttons and view these different pages in the system. The only important thing to remember with the preview button is that if you have created an entire page and then previewed it, make sure to save it by clicking on the bottom right corner. If you do not click save and accidentally hit the back button after previewing it, all of your work will not be saved and therefore lost.